What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Whew, time is flying by. It's Tuesday already. It's October, and believe it or not, the holidays are right around the corner. The pumpkin spice lattes are already full-fledged in season. Have you had yours yet? I still have never had one. Just a couple sips, but I love pumpkin everything. Pumpkin oats, pumpkin peanut butter this, pumpkin chocolate that. It's fantastic, and at the same time, it's basic. But this evening, we are talking about your dietary approach for the remainder of 2017. You gonna diet? You gonna diet during the holidays? Regardless of which holiday or religion you celebrate during the months of November and December, you are going to have a plethora of holiday treats and holiday goodies around you, what feels like 24/7. So I'd like to know, right now, what is your thought, your approach to dieting during the holiday season this year? Give me a big comment below. I'd love to know what you're thinking. Are you on the fence? Are you fully committed to dieting this year? Or are you like, shoot, I don't know. What should I do? I think I might want to hold off and start until I kick off 2018. Kick off 2018 with a bang by getting lean right from the get-go. Well, I'm here to tell you that there is no wrong answer. I've had the privilege of working with hundreds of people one-on-one the past few years, and I've had the opportunity to observe these hundreds of people as we begin discussing and then implementing a diet towards the holidays and observing how people respond and ultimately how their consistency fares when there's chocolate baked this, chocolate that, holiday this cookie, that cookie, in front of their faces 24/7. And I'd like to share a couple of the points I've learned just so I can pass on some education and some awareness to you to help you and you make the best decision possible for you so that you can enjoy your holidays while still simultaneously working towards your health, physique, and performance goals. So the past few years, what I have done with each and every one of my one-on-one clients is have a blatant discussion with them. Hey, I know you want to diet, but look, it's already October. If we are going to embark on a 10 to 14 week diet, you're gonna run into the holidays, but food is a focal point of, boom, first it's Thanksgiving, then it's Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, and that pretty much Thanksgiving through the end of the year, you got cookies left and right. So again, regardless of what you celebrate, what you practice, you are going to have those temptations in full effect. And not to mention Halloween at the end of this month. I forgot about that. I mean, hello, stock it up on all the leftover Halloween candy right here. So in that discussion, I'm simply very candid. Eva, good to see you here. I'm very candid in that, like, hey, here's what's happening. Here's our timeline. Let's say October 16th through, let's made up numbers here, January 4th. Say that's 12 weeks. I will outline, like, hey, this is our tentative timeline. And so you're going through Halloween, Thanksgiving, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, and any other celebration I forgot where temptation is going to be real. Are you mentally ready to handle that? And what I ask my clients to do is simply reflect. Literally take a few days, talk it over with their support system, and reflect whether or not they are up for the challenge mentally. Sure, they want to get lean right now, but the big issue becomes, say we enter a dieting phase and calories are gradually decreasing. Well, the further you are into a diet, and I talked about this at great length in one of my previous videos, the more of an impact any extra food has. And let me give you a quick example. Let's say your baseline calorie intake is, 2,000 calories, and you have a couple extra cookies. Those few hundred calories are not going to be too significant. You're going to use them for a great source of fuel during your next workout, and your weight's going to remain relatively unchanged. Conversely, let's say you're 8 weeks into a diet and you're eating a total of 1,400 calories per day as your baseline and you're slowly losing weight. Well, those few cookies now become more significant. They have a much stronger impact on your rate of progress. And if you, being a little bit emotionally torn towards 8 weeks into a diet because, you just get a little bit tunnel vision when you're that deep into a diet, if you see the scale slightly creep up or just go nowhere, you're likely to freak out, and that can lead to a myriad of consequences and poor decisions when it comes to approaching your diet in a sustainable manner. So, with that said, you need to have the tough conversation with yourself, and in doing so, recognize that it's okay if you don't start your diet today. It's A-okay. If you wait until January, life is going to go on October to January. What you can do during this time is put yourself in an even better position to have a strong and successful diet by continuing to fine-tune consistency, continuing to strengthen your positive outlook and your relationship with food, the scale, your body, and your outlook towards a dieting phase so that come January, you are mentally and physically ready, eating significant amount of food so you actually have food to work with before embarking on a dieting phase, so that ultimately you have a successful dieting phase. And what this actually affords you is a little more flexibility and freedom to enjoy yourself during the holidays. Because again, if your baseline calorie intake is fairly high, you have a little more wiggle room when you are enjoying some of those holiday treats. Now, with that said, the holidays is not a full-blown excuse to just, let all shit hit the fan and just start stuffing your face with cookies and say, oh, I'm going to diet in January. Don't worry about it. No, because what happens is, I believe there's a couple studies that out there that show the average amount of weight gain, this is average general population, is typically 5 to 7 pounds between Thanksgiving and the end of the year. So if you let that happen to you, or you increase your weight even further, well, now you just dug yourself a hole, and that first dieting phase may only lead you back to where you were, right now in October, rather than pushing you the extra 8, 10, 12, maybe even 15 pounds lower than you hope to be, which is where you're thinking right now. So another little, speak English there, deciding factor for you when it comes to determining whether or not you are ready to diet is, again, a little more self-assessment. How is your relationship with food right now? How are your eating habits? Are they consistent? Are they sustainable? Because I'll tell you what, if you come from a long history of yo-yo dieting and crash dieting here, binging here, and just, you're losing 15 pounds, you're gaining 18 pounds. You're losing 10 pounds, you're gaining 12 pounds. If that has any semblance to match the description of how you would describe your dieting history, dieting during the holidays is not the answer for you. And if you're interested in learning more about how to break free of this vicious yo-yo dieting cycle, I am hosting a free webinar tomorrow evening about how to prevent weight regain after a diet without feeling like your diet. I do encourage you to join. I'll link the webinar sign-up page in the comment section on Facebook below. But back to the point at hand, if you have an inconsistent dieting history and a lack of confidence in your relationship and sustainability with food, do not diet during the holidays. Instead, spend time strengthening your consistency, strengthening and enhancing the positive outlook in terms of your relationship with food, the scale, and body image, so that you're in a better position to succeed come January when the treats are far and few between you compared to what they would be in November and December. Conversely, I've worked with dozens of people who have dieted extremely well during the holidays. They like the little extra motivation. They know how to enjoy themselves in small amounts and still keep on track in the grand scheme of things. And if that's you, one characteristic you need to have in place is already a healthy, sustainable approach to nutrition, to eating, with the relationship with the scale and with yourself, and be able to have that honest talk with yourself. If you already have some of these pillars in place, then hey, dieting November and December may be A-okay, and you may be laughing and just be like, yo, Paul, I got this. I don't care about the holidays. I'll roll with it. I'll navigate. I'll adapt on the fly, and I'll lose that damn weight and see those abs. If that's you, kudos to you. That's awesome. But you need to have some of those pillars in place to make sure you are set up for long-term success and a successful dieting through the many temptations you will face during the upcoming holiday months. I hope that was informational. I hope it was beneficial for you. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Send me a message on Facebook, on Instagram. Comment below with your question. I'd love to help you out. I'd love to even kind of take a look at what your long-term plan is right now, and then walk through it with you on how we may be able to adjust that to set you up for long-term success. Because losing 10 pounds is fantastic, but if you cannot maintain that weight loss, well, now you're just spinning in circles, and there begins the vicious, unforgiving yo-yo dieting cycle, and we do not want that to happen. So with that said, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. A friendly reminder, tomorrow's webinar, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. I'll link the registration page below on Facebook in the comments section. And Thursday, I will be back, and God, for the life of me, I cannot remember what we're talking about Thursday, but it'll be great regardless. So enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you soon.